Hey there, fellow viewers. My name's Flickpick Hoover, and I want to bring to you, you know what, I was going to do this whole long skit with, you know, my 1940s voice, but it's really not working out. See, that's better. That thing was so tight it felt like it bruised my esophagus, and to be honest with you, I'm not even quite sure what that is. So anyway guys, how are ya? I'm John with the Flickpick channel, and today, once again, I have a few Blu-rays to share with you, and first up, it's J. Edgar on Blu-ray. Now, before we jump into this Blu-ray, there's just something I have to show you. See the resemblance? Just a little bit? Okay. So first of all, J. Edgar is based on the true story of J. Edgar Hoover, who was the director of the FBI for 50 years. And to say this guy's interesting is kind of an understatement, because this guy he had a lot of secrets that he put in the closet, and he locked that closet door, and then he sealed it shut, and then he put up some drywall in front of it so no one would ever figure out all of his dirty, dark secrets. So anyway, the Blu-ray of J. Edgar is a Warner Brothers title. It comes with this really cool slipcover, and the artwork on this is kind of nice. I like the way that looks. It kind of looks like the stylistics of a propaganda poster. Alrighty, so you remove the slipcover, and you know, same artwork right there. And then you open this sucker up, and you got your digital download code, which I never use that, but you know, it's always nice. It makes you feel a little bit better about your purchase. You know what I mean? So this Blu-ray edition comes with a DVD copy and a Blu-ray copy. So if you ain't with J. Edgar Hoover, you're against him. And that means you're a commie. Now let's talk about the picture quality on this movie. This movie is directed by Clint Eastwood, who directed other great movies like Gran Torino, which is one of my favorites. And this movie definitely has the tone and feel that a Clint Eastwood movie would have, especially the look of the movie. Clint Eastwood likes to go into his movies and kind of desaturate them, which means he likes to take out some of the color and kind of make them look a little more gray toned. Another thing I noticed about this movie on Blu-ray especially was they cranked the black levels way up in this movie. Basically, if there's a shadow anywhere, they basically enhance that to make it even darker. And the dark tones on this Blu-ray transfer are really dark, they're really inky, and it looked great on my plasma. So if you're like me and you like movies about weirdos who are basically in a position of power, and it's also, you know, a period piece film, which is always nice to see. And plus, I don't know why, I kind of have a man crush on old Leo here. But anyway, guys, check out J. Edgar on Blu-ray. If I can't, I really feel claustrophobic right now. It's itching me all over. I don't know what that is. Maybe I have eczema. I don't know. And we're going to talk about some more Blu-rays. So next up, it's an all-time classic. It's the Kill A Mockingbird. And this is the 50th anniversary, but it's the 100th anniversary of Universal. Okay, a lot of numbers going on here. So anyway, this Universal release of To Kill a Mockingbird is really cool. It comes with this really cool slipcover, and I like what they're doing here. And you open it up, and it kind of has this cool little timeline here of all the classic movies that have come out. You got Vertigo, you got Pillow Talk, Psycho, Spartacus, Airport, okay. The Incredible Shrinking Man. That could be the title to my autobiography. Anyway, I got this Blu-ray from a fellow YouTube buddy of mine. His name is Film Fan Pete. I'll put an annotation to his channel right here, also down below in the description. But anyway, nice guy. He's one of the guys on YouTube who get Blu-ray releases before anyone else. And I can't help but sit there and drool over his videos and think, I need that. I want to reach through the screen. I kind of, you know, I gently push him out of the way, and then I take the Blu-ray, and what am I talking about? What kind of parallel universe am I describing here? But anyway, Film Fan Pete sent this to me just out of the blue, and I'm getting into this weird stage of my life right now where I want to sit down and watch classic cinema. And maybe that's just because my tastes are changing and I don't like Michael Bay as much as I used to. I don't know what's happening, all these weird changes. So what did I think about this movie? Well, I really enjoyed it, to be honest with you. The only complaints I have are the some of the scenes in this movie, and this goes with, you know, 1950s and 60s Hollywood. Every scene is basically kind of shot on a soundstage, and I felt like I wanted a little more location. You know what I mean? It feels very dreamlike. It feels almost like a play being presented out in a movie. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. I really don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you just really get a sense that everything's on a soundstage. But once again, that's just the stylistic tones of the 1930s through the 1960s kind of Hollywood way of making movies, I guess. Now the PQ on this movie doesn't look too bad, and it's in black and white, which black and white movies on Blu-ray always just seem to really look more crisp and clear. Just something about the contrast, really just, it's fun to watch. So anyway, Film Fan Pete, thanks a lot for sending this in, man. It really was cool of you to give a guy like me who was a Michael Bay fanboy a little taste of quality, and that's what I appreciate. So anyway, guys, once again, if you guys haven't checked Pete out, Film Fan, I like to call him Pete. I don't, you know, fine, I'll call him Film Fan Pete. Check him out at that annotation right there. Alright, I have one more Blu-ray to share with you, and this is also sent in by another pal of mine, the Lonesome Foghorn, Eric as I like to call him, or I like to call him a guy who basically went 6 months about hating every TV he bought. This guy sat there in every video, and I remember watching them all because I felt the guy's pain, I really did, and just sitting there and the look of despair on this guy's face about buying a new TV and hating it. And he was sitting there, you know, you buy like a $2,000 TV and you just sit there and you see every imperfection in it. And, you know, I completely understand what you're saying. I went through 3 LCD TVs before I finally came to my senses and bought a plasma screen TV. Eric from the Lonesome Foghorn, which I'll put an annotation to his channel right here, and it's down below in the description also. He sent me Benjamin Button on Blu-ray, and I gotta say, I'm not in love with this movie. I do like it. It's a Fincher movie. It's well shot, well acted, and the story, I like the premise of the movie, but sometimes it gets a little bland. And Cate Blanchett, at times, I'm really attracted to her. I really like her. But at other times, I'm just really, I'm appalled by her. I don't know if you guys can help me psychologically. I don't know what that means. And the premise is you're born old and you die young. I got a question for you guys. If you guys could go back and basically do what happened in this movie, if you could be born old and die a baby in Cate Blanchett's arms, would you do that? Would you want to be born old and die young? Now Eric, who sent me the Blu-ray here, is from Sweden, and he sent me some Swedish candy here, and they're Biller. I don't know what these are. They're like marshmallows. I'm not sure. But what I'm gonna do here, and because I have the camera on, and that way if I eat one of these and I die, there's video evidence that Eric is a murderer. Well, they're soft and chewy. And down below, as usual, if you guys have any comments or questions or suggestions, you know, if you guys want to just talk movies, do that all down below, and I'll get back to you. So anyway, guys, take care. I'm John with the Flick Pig channel, and I'll see you later.